Namaste, this is JVN Rahul Sharma. I am Assistant Professor of Microbiology in APD Department of Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. So today I am dispensing this video for BMLT second year semester students, and today's topic is rheumatoid disorders or disease. So today your topic is, and if you have any problem from your previous topics, previous videos, or if you have not gone through, so please watch the videos and let me know if you have any query related to your videos, related to your topics, related to your study. Okay, so rheumatoid disease affects your joint, tendons, ligaments, bones and muscles. So among them are many type of arthritis, a term used for the condition that affects the joint. Okay, so sometimes they are called musculoskeletal disease. Common symptoms include joint pain, loss of motion in a joint or joints, okay, and inflammation, swelling. Okay, so like inflammation like swelling, redness and warmth in joint or affected areas of a body part. So the medical field that studies this type of condition is called rheumatology. Okay, and doctor is called rheumatologist. So rheumatologist will examine you to diagnose your conditions, then oversee treatment plan for you that you will include medication, regular exercise, a healthy diet, stress management and rest. So the common rheumatic disorders what are? So years ago a condition like fell under the broad heading of rheumatism. Now three or more than the 200 distinct rheumatic disease. Among them most common ones are I am discussing with you: osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, spondyloarthropathies. Okay, this is also called psoriatic arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis. Okay, gout is the most common. Okay, scleroderma, infectious arthritis, juvenile idiopathic arthritis, polymyalgia rheumatica. Okay, so the question is what causes rheumatic disease. Okay, what causes rheumatic diseases are, so most of the conditions happen when your immune system goes slow and attack your own tissues. So this is basically the autoimmune disease. So doctors are not sure that what cause are. So sometimes it is in your genes, so other times it is a result of something in the world around you, like lifestyle changes, like cigarette you are smoking, pollution. Okay, something that causes the infection, and gender also play a role. Rheumatic disease seems to affect the women's more than the men. So the next question is what is the osteoarthritis. Okay, so osteoarthritis, like the most rheumatic disease, osteoarthritis is not linked to a problem with your immune system. It results from damage to cartilage. So the cushiony material on your end of your bone, as it is wears down your joint hurt and become harder to move. It usually affects your knee, hip, lower back and finger and feet. So the common symptoms are pain, swelling. So pain is the common symptoms: swelling, warmth, stiffness of joints. So muscles weakness can make joint unstable. So depending on what parts of body it affects, okay, make it hard to walk, grip object, dress, comb your hair or sit. So diagnosis, like your doctor will ask your medical history, symptoms. You will go get a physical examination. You may also need to get blood test or let your doctor take a sample of fluid from affected joint or areas. So what is rheumatoid arthritis? So I have also discussed this topic in previous video, but I am discussing again in nutshell. So rheumatoid arthritis happen when the immune system attack your own tissues or cause body joint pain, swelling, stiffness. It is not part of the normal aging, so it is the autoimmune disease. I have discussed with you, I have told you so many times about what are the meaning of autoimmune diseases, what is autoimmune disease exactly. So pain and swelling in multiple joints like ankle, okay, wrist joint, or any type of joint of a body, knee joint, elbow joint, fatigue. These are the symptoms. Problems in other organ like eyes and lungs, lumps called rheumatoid nodules. Your body can show. So diagnosis, like you will go for the X-ray examination, for blood test, for RA factor test. Okay. So what is the lupus? So lupus, it is autoimmune disease. It can affect many organs in your body. So symptoms like joint pain, fatigue, joint stiffness, rashes, sun sensitivity, and hair loss. Okay. Blue and white finger or toes when exposed to cold. Problems in other organs like kidney, blood disorders such as anemia, low level of the white blood cells or platelet count in your blood, chest pain from inflammation of the lining of the heart and lungs, seizures or stroke. So for diagnosis, you have to go for the blood test, urine test, okay, or anti-nuclear antibody test, anti-double standard DNA antibody test, anti-Smith antibody test, okay. Ankylosing spondylitis, it is the start gradually as lower back pain. It usually involves the joint where spine attack to pelvis, so known as the sacroiliac joint. So symptoms are gradual pain in the lower back, buttock, and pain felt between the shoulders. Okay. So diagnosis, like you doctor will will suggest you a physical examination, ask about your medication history. You may get the X-ray examination of your back, looking at the sacroiliac joint. A blood test of a protein called HLA-B27 may help confirm diagnosis. Okay. So Sjogren syndrome, it is also the disorder. So the symptoms are dry eyes, eye irritation and burning, dry mouth, tooth decay, gum disease, swollen glands on the side of your face, joint pain, stiffness and internal organ disease. Okay. So this syndrome cause part of a body to dry out like eyes and mouth. Okay. So these are the common disorders. Okay. And another one is the psoriatic arthritis. It is autoimmune arthritis, sometimes linked with the skin symptoms of the psoriasis. These are the 5 types, like symmetric, okay, asymmetric. Symmetric affect the joint of both side of your body. Okay. It is a common and it is similar to rheumatoid arthritis. Asymmetric, like does not affect your joint, and on either side it may be mild more than the normal forms. Distal affect the ends of your finger and toes along with the nails. Spondylitis, arthritis mutilans. So symptoms are painful swelling, stiffness, rashes, tendon or ligament pain, fatigue or inflamed eyes. So these are the common disorders of which are related to a joint pain or rheumatoid arthritis, or these are the rheumatic disorders. And the rheumatoid arthritis is the main topic, very significant. I have discussed in previous video. So please, if you have not gone through, please watch that video. And thank you so much. Be safe at home. Do care of yourself and your family members. Namaste. Namaste all of you. This is JVN Rahul Sharma. I am assistant professor of microbiology in FPT department of Jyoti Vidyapit Women's University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. So today I am dispensing this video for BMLT second year semester students, and today's topic is FNOC. So I have covered almost your 80% syllabus of a total syllabus. So if you have not gone through the videos, please watch the videos. These are very significant for your knowledge purpose, for exam purposes, and those videos will clear out your problems you are having, you are suffering from. So the full form of FNAC is fine needle aspiration cytology. So fine needle aspiration cytology is a technique whereby cells are obtained from a lesion, okay, using a thin bore needle and smear are made for the cytopathological diagnosis. Okay, so this technique is based on the fact that tumor cells are less cohesive and are easily aspirated. So FNAC is a diagnostic procedure that uses thin needles, that is also called fine thin needle. It is it is 22 gauged syringe or needle and obtain tissue and cell sample, that is called histological diagnosis. So common setting, and what are the common settings for the FNAC diagnosis, like superficial lymph nodes, breast lumps, thyroid nodules, salivary tumors. So other settings for FNAC diagnosis like deep seated tumors like lungs, liver, pancreas, kidney. So FNAC diagnosis like superficial tumor, for example freehand FNAC by clinician and pathologist or others. Deep lesions like FNAC under the imaging or image guidance, that is also called USG, that is also called ultrasound. Okay, so what are the common settings for FNAC diagnosis? Note all superficial lumps and bumps are candidates for FNAC. Soft tissue tumors like hemangioma cannot and should not be investigated by FNAC. Okay, so the FNAC it is fine needle aspiration cytology. So there are some advantages of FNAC, like simple office technique, no anesthesia required in this technique. Any pathologist and any microbiologist or any clinician can do this test under the safe guidance, under the safe precautions, and not all patients go for this test who has such type of bumps or lumps. Okay, so it is the next advantage is it is rapid diagnosis, it is economical. Okay, so it is not spend trip technique, okay, not pocket burning technique, it is economical. Sampling from multiple sites in the same sitting, you can take so many types of sample at the same sitting. High diagnostic accuracy in this test. You will have many techniques such as bacterial culture, immunocytochemistry, flow cytometry, cytogenetics, polymerase chain reactions, etc. are possible from FNAC material. So you can done the so many types of technique from FNAC technique or FNAC sample, like bacterial culture, immunocytochemistry, flow cytometry, cytogenetics, polymerase chain reaction. Okay, so what are the limitations for FNAC and what are the precautions is clinician or a pathologist must take when he do the FNAC of patient, like loss of tissue architecture, capsular invasion, lymphovascular invasion cannot be detected in this technique. So not all things are detected by this technique. Difficult to differentiate in situ versus invasive carcinoma. Considerable training is needed for accurate interpretation. So what are the equipment we needed to do this technique? Like needles, routinely 20 to 23 gauge needle used in this technique. 20 ml syringe we use, pistol handle, sterile container, physiological saline or Hanks balance solution, slides like clean, dry, neat and clean dry slides, and slides should be free of grease. A 0.4 mm hematocytometer cover slip gives better control over smearing pressure and a more perfect spread. You know very well what is the cover slip we use for urine test, we use for semen test. This cover slip. Fixatives like 70 to 90% ethanol alcohol. Carnoid fixative 10% buffered formalin. Glutaraldehyde used. Stains, microscope. So final aspiration cytology, with aspiration or without aspiration, there are two type of techniques. Like procedure like site of FNAC should be cleaned by spirit swab. Needle is introduced into the swelling part, and it is gently removing it so and fro. Simultaneously, negative suction is also created by withdrawing the piston. Air is taken in the syringe and needle is reattached. The aspirated material is expelled and the smear is made by the gently pressuring the upper side of the lower one, the FNAC with aspiration. So introduced by Jasdela in 1987 based on the observation that capillary pressure in the fine needle is sufficient to keep the detached cell inside the lumen of the needle FNAC without aspiration. Okay, so the complications are what are the complications which are related to the FNAC, like usually free from complication: bleedings, hematoma, emphysema in lungs, rarely anaphylactic reactions, accidental or rupture of the hydrated cyst. So pressing the sample expelled on the clean and dry microscope slide using air in the syringe. So direct or indirect, you can use the both smear. So direct smear in dry, like creamy consistency and consists of a numerous cell. Okay, so indirect smearing, like thin fluid sample are best processed by the centrifugation on the centrifuge. Multipore, nucleopore filtration is an alternative. Okay, or in case of direct microscopic, creamy consistency and consists of numerous cells suspended in a small amount of tissue fluid. Wet, smaller number of cells suspended in the fluid or blood. So this topic was the FNAC. In next topic I will discuss about the acute and chronic conditions of FNAC.